This is Big Island Video News for Friday, March 11, 2011. Most of Hawaii Island was up all night preparing for a tsunami following an 8.9 earthquake in Japan that occurred at 7:46 p.m. Hawaii time. It was midday in Japan. The quake was the largest on record, and videos of various offices during the quake indicate it shook for more than 2 minutes, up to 4 or 5 minutes, according to some reports. And as Hawaii prayed for those in Japan, where the death toll is expected to reach more than 1,000, and watched in disbelief at the destructive waves, some of the waves rolled onto Japan's coastline, reaching as far in as 6 miles. The videos showed cars, even buildings, bobbing in the water like toys. Hawaii residents Thursday evening learned there was first a tsunami watch and then a tsunami warning that was in effect, and learned the first waves were set to reach Hawaii shore starting at 3 a.m. Friday. That gave enough time for oceanside residents and businesses, such as those along Kamehameha Avenue in Keaukaha, to move out their computer equipment, file cabinets, and board up the windows as they did just 1 year ago. Sirens blared hourly overnight as Civil Defense advised those to be out of coastal areas by 2 a.m. Others who lived out of harm's way filled pots and pans and bathtubs with water in case the county water system lost electricity. In Keaukaha, a coastal community outside Hilo town, residents repeated the drill of loading up their vehicles with their animals and belongings and taking a special evacuation route across the Hilo airport tarmac. It was about this time last year that the same scenario played out after a large earthquake in Chile triggered a tsunami warning in Hawaii. Mandatory evacuations for those living in the tsunami zone were underway by 2 a.m. Thursday night, as soon as folks heard of the tsunami warnings, they hit the road to get gasoline. There were long lines at gas stations, customers willing to pay even the $4 per gallon price for gasoline. They also stocked up on propane and bottled water. Folks at home tuned to Honolulu TV stations, local radio, and of course the internet, sending tweets and Facebook messages. Many lost cell phone use, most notably AT&T. County department heads gathered at Civil Defense in Hilo, waiting for the 3 a.m. mark when the first waves were scheduled to reach Hawaii shores, starting on Kauai and moving down the island chain. And despite the impending possible danger, some residents could not resist the urge to watch in person and gathered on the street to watch the event, such as here at Kapiolani and Punahawai streets in Hilo. But given the darkness of the early morning and non-destructive surge, there wasn't much to see. As of 7:30 a.m. Friday, the tsunami warning was downgraded to an advisory, but Civil Defense officials said that while large destructive waves were no longer expected, the evacuation order was still in effect. Extensive damage was reported in Kailua Kona and areas south. There was said to be damage at Bubba Gump's restaurant in Kona, as well as water damaging homes and reaching and damaging some Kona area hotels. Civil Defense said damage assessments were required and people were still to stay away from coastal areas as county parks and beach parks remained closed. Civil Defense said surges and unusual tides were expected throughout the day. For BigIslandVideoNews.com, I'm Stephanie Salazar.